Happy Friday, everyone. Director Kjun just dropped this week's Friday devlog and video. Now, I know what some of you are probably wondering, where Cy had gone, where she went, why she ain't uploading her videos on Wednesday and Friday like she's supposed to. Listen, I had a rough week, y'all. Your girl had a rough week. She was on the struggle bus, but I am back. So, yay. Anyway, and I'm ready to deliver, what I promised. I said this is every, I'm finna lie and say that most Wednesday and Friday devlog posts, but your girl back, and that's all that matters. Now, this will be another combination week where I go over Wednesday and Friday's devlogs and of course the video. So you're welcome, and thank you for those that stick around to hear me out. Your support is very much appreciated. Also, the highlighted request for today's video, bing, and I completely agree with you. And I have added to my growing list of requests because, good Lord, we have a lot of them, y'all. But you know what? It's needed. They need to hear it. That's for sure. Hopefully it'll one day, get added to the game. And they have been pretty consistent with adding things that we want. And so hoping, fingers crossed, that we have that, we get that, okay? But anyway, I'll be posting it later on this week. And if you want your request highlighted for the weekly update videos, be sure to leave it down in the comments, and it just might get highlighted. Now, Wednesday, he brings up the direction the team is headed for August, and specifically for the August update, and the areas that they're focusing on. And this is what he had to say concerning that. So I'm just going to read it quickly. Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to sincerely thank everyone who took the time to write such detailed and thoughtful feedback. Our development team is reading every comment and suggestion one by one. And we're not only looking at what was requested, but also trying to understand why those opinions were raised. Ooh, okay, I like that. I'd also like to clarify something that seems to have caused some confusion. The list I shared last Friday was only intended to cover the work planned through the August update. It was not a complete list of everything currently in development. Feature feedback FF is still actively being worked on, and we're tracking it internally while steadily checking items off the list. That said, because unexpected priorities and urgent updates inevitably come up during development, I can't promise that every item will be completed within this year. However, these features remain an important part of our long-term plans and are always being considered. I think my post last Friday unintentionally created the impression that they had been abandoned, and that's my mistake. The development direction I shared on Friday came from discussions with the inZOI creative director after reviewing the feedback we've seen most frequently over the past few weeks. The strongest comment message from the community was, new features are important, but right now it's even more important to deepen and improve the systems that already exist. And I still believe that most of the things that they had on the roadmap were about deepening the systems, but I digress. The list I posted reflects our effort to begin addressing that feedback while continuing regular updates. At the same time, the fundamental system improvements currently in progress, as well as the features many of you have been looking forward to from our feature feedback and existing roadmap, remain major development priorities. Okay, I'm glad he did clear that up. Instead of them saying they pushed it back, it's just that they're adding more things on there. I just hope they don't burn themselves out, but they're trucking forward regardless. Going forward, our focus won't simply be on adding more content. We want to build stronger connections between existing systems so that they work together naturally and create an experience that feels more like real life. For example, if your Zoe makes a new friend, we want them to naturally meet again at the park the following week. A gift received from a parent shouldn't just be another inventory item. It should remain a meaningful memory that can continue to provide comfort even years later. The family system is being designed with this same philosophy, Rather than simply allowing players to add family members, we want family relationships to influence memories and emotions. Those emotions to affect autonomous behavior, conversations, and daily life. And those experiences to create new memories over time. We're approaching the personality system in a similar way. In the future, personality shouldn't just be information shown in a menu. It should influence how a Zoe behaves, speaks, expresses emotions, builds relationships, makes decisions, and acts autonomously. Ideally, players shouldn't have to open the personality window to understand a character. They should naturally think, this is exactly what the kind of person this Zoe is. I would definitely agree, because sometimes I do open up the personality or the profile picture thing to figure out what kind of Zoe is this, because right now, as the general consensus is, especially for the female ones, the female Zoes, all the females should not be going like, no. I can see an emotionally needy Zoe or a charmer Zoe doing that, or a Zoe that is very cheerful or something doing that. But I I shouldn't see my introverted, gloomy Zoi doing those actions, if that makes sense. Even if they're in a happy mood, I feel like they should be more toned down. And right now it's not showing. So I definitely would like to, because then it makes me go like pause and like, hold up, what kind of Zoi are you? And then I go look at their personality. Same thing for like mean Zois, because I remember like the very first time I saw inZOI, and this YouTuber, he was playing it like right before the early access, and the angry Zoi, he was angry. He was angry almost all the time, but you knew he had anger problems. You get what I'm saying? And the other Zoi that he was playing was kind of like a cheerful, kind of like Dissy kind of Zoi, and she kind of act like that, you know? And I hope that we get that back, if that makes sense. But yeah, we definitely need a lot of more autonomous behaviors, and that they're differentiated based off personalities. That's definitely something we need, but I'm glad that they recognize that, and they are bringing that up and they're clarifying. But yeah, I digress. Let's continue. Dialogue is another area we're continuing to improve. Conversations should reflect context and relationships much more naturally. A Zoi shouldn't speak to a stranger the same way they speak to a longtime friend, yes, family member, or romantic partner. Instead, conversations should evolve based on the relationship, recent events, and each character's emotional state. Yes. Many of you also emphasize family gameplay and generational gameplay, and we completely agree that these are core parts of a life simulation game. Family creation and editing, genetics, life stages, parenting, family photos, and family presets are all areas we plan to continue expanding and improving over time. Likewise, systems such as school, careers, and economy, cooking, vehicles, and daily routines shouldn't exist as isolated features. They should naturally interact with one another. Cooking should connect to ingredients, shopping, farming, and the economy. Schools should influence friendships, personal growth, and personality development. Careers should affect finances and family life. Our goal is to build systems that support and enrich one another instead of existing independently. We've also seen a great deal of feedback regarding bugs and overall polish, and we consider this is just as important as adding new content. Even the best features lose their value if they aren't stable or enjoyable to use. For that reason, we're investing a significant amount of development effort into improving quality alongside new features. In particular, recurring bugs and issues that disrupt gameplay are receiving high priority. Another common request has been for inZOI to strengthen its own unique identity. We completely agree. Our goal isn't simply to increase the number of features, but to continue building a world with its own culture, atmosphere, and personality. Something that feels distinctively like inZOI rather than simply resembling other life simulation games. While it's impossible to implement every suggestion in a single update, your feedback genuinely influences how we prioritize development. We'll continue doing our best to communicate our plans openly and transparently as we work together with all of you to shape the future of inZOI. Thank you as always for your support, your patience, and the thoughtful feedback you've shared with us, Kjun. I definitely agree. And like I don't have too much else to say about this other than, I'm letting him cook on this. He's made it more than enough clear that they understand, or him and his team understand, that where they need to move forward to bridge this gap that people are saying that is between good gameplay loop and just having an immersive gameplay, and about the Wednesday update. But anyway, we're going right into the Friday update where we watch the video together like we always do, and then we'll break it down as we go along. But yeah, I liked how he showed over in this Friday of the different things that they're working on, and I love the little quality of life features that they're adding. Even though they're not very big major features, they're still features that I am glad to see getting some love, and that's what we want to see in development of a game, is little features that we don't really think about get some love, and it's like, oh wait, somebody who might have been asking for that is getting their request, or is getting done in a way that they probably didn't think would have been worked on, and they like the way it's being implemented, and they're asking if that's okay for them to implement this because they've been working on it in the background. But anyway, let's get right into the video. But before we get into the video, I want to read what he had to say also for this Friday before the video. So here it goes. Hello, it is a wonderful Friday. I would like to share this week's development progress from the inZOI team. First, there seems to have been some misunderstanding regarding last week's post. To clarify once again, the list we shared last week consists of items we are preparing with the goal of including them in the update at the end of August. We are also continuing to develop the FF list in parallel. It is true that we have not been able to address as many FL's items as we would have liked so far. However, around 40% of them have been handled, and there are many items we have not been able to disclose yet due to the update schedule and release order. In the second half of the year, we plan to focus more heavily on FF. In recent builds, we have been finding more bugs and stability issues than expected. As the person responsible for development, I find the situation deeply unfortunate, and it weighs heavily on me. Even today, we identified 3 major issues, and we were preparing a hot fix by working on them over the weekend. Yeesh. With thousands of features in the game, even a single broken part can create a chain reaction of problems, which makes things difficult for the team. We always want to show you a better game, but we know there are still many areas where we fall short. For that reason, rather than pushing too hard to add new features in this update, we plan to focus more on reducing bugs and improving stability. I feel like I may be repeating the same message every time, almost like the boy who cried wolf. Oh, not really, Kjun. You have to do this because otherwise people will continue to forget that you have brought it up. So no, you're not the boy who cried wolf. You are the guy who has to keep repeating himself because the people in the back can't hear him, or the people in the front either, for that matter. But I digress. But this time we will do our best. But this time we will do our very best to prove it through results. I believe in the inZOI team. We do too, Kjun. We do too. Thank you sincerely to everyone who continues to support us and generously share your feedback. Have a wonderful weekend, Kjun. So now we're just gonna get right into the video.
Hi everyone, I hope you all are enjoying our June update. I've been hearing many of you are having fun with the new school gameplay. As always, please feel free to give us feedback on what you liked and didn't like so that we can keep on making improvements. With that, let's dive into this week's development video. First, I wanted to get your thoughts on a possible change we're considering. We were thinking about bypassing the current text message previews to show the entire message instead when you receive the new message. Would this serve better for your playstyle, or should we keep it as is? Better yet, is there a way to do it completely differently? Please let me know in the comments. While we're on phones, we made improvements to its usability by allowing ESC to always function as a home button. And if you want to completely put away your phone, you either click the phone icon or press P. Also a change to reduce awkwardness. We made it so that queuing a conversation with a ZOI that's interacting with another ZOI no longer stops their current conversation while you move towards them. Their talk goes on, and your ZOI naturally joins them to initiate your intended conversation. A minor but meaningful change is that you can finally watch TV while sitting on beanbags. An important change we made to help with performance was that panning to different parts of the map no longer loads every material as you go, but starts loading only when you've noticeably stopped at a desired position. While you were able to customize the appearance of family members, we added a cheat where you can customize the appearance of uncontrollable NPCs for that extra control over your surroundings. Another Create a ZOI change we're planning is reducing the clutter of the current output indicators by moving the special output indicator to the upper left corner. Let me know in the comments if this is something you would find helpful. We made some changes to the Accessories tab, where there's now an entire headwear category broken down into many different subcategories. And we also added a new category for face masks. There's a new tank top that was designed for the gym enthusiasts, and also a new hairstyle. For animations, we made it so that interacting with babies makes adults crouch to meet them closer to eye level. We also changed the interaction for babies so they no longer stare at blank TV screens, but only watch them when there's something that's visually appealing to them. Lastly, we made adjustments to animations for deaths by natural causes. As we work toward our next update, please continue to give us your feedback on how we can further improve inZOI. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my reply next week. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Bye!
All right, so I'm going to play the video without the sound so we can just break down everything that we saw. So here is the text message thing. I am one of the people that don't personally want them to have a pop-up with this. I like the pop-up down here because it's out of the way, and I still see it when it pops up, so I can always click on it if I want to, or just go straight into the phone. Now here I do like this where it shows, you know, you can use the escape button to like exit into the phone, and then you can use different icons. You can use P, just different ways to get into the phone. I do like that. Now this one right here, I really like this a lot right here, where if the Zoids are having conversation, they don't stop talking, the other Zoid comes up and to start the conversation with them. Thank you for the continuation, because good Lord, I did not like that Zoids stopped. I didn't like that. They stopped having a conversation while they wait for someone else, because it was awkward. Like, who does that? So it's good to see that they are working on groups and doing so like they said they were going to do, as far as multitasking, not groups, but multitasking. They're working hard on multitasking is what I was trying to say. But yeah, I just really like this right here. Being able to talk while the other person comes up. I didn't know you couldn't watch TV in the beanbag, but now we do. Okay. I like the idea of loading things in as you move over to it, because then that way it won't be so taxing on the computer. Oh, okay. We can now customize random Zoids now without having to add into the family. Okay, I like that. Dang, them hips are wide. Oh, but this UI, I love this so much more. Look at how clean that is. Oh my God, I love that. I love that. It is so out of the way, and I can clearly see what I need to see. Yes, I'm so glad they decided to rework this. Another thing I need to add to before we get down into this, because it is, would you pause? Rude behavior. Up here in the filter, we need to be able to filter out if something is new or not. That will be wonderful to have, because we have this little interaction where we can just get rid of it if it's new and you just don't want to see it up there anymore, or seeing it pop up on your screen. Nice and all, but can we please populate the thing based off of what's new and what's not? I would love that. That way it'll be easier for us as the, like, not just regular players, but us content creators to be able to show everybody what's in the game, because otherwise we'll be digging around through all of that stuff trying to figure out what's new and what's not. And then some creators, even myself, have been like, is this new or not? Like, is this new? Because they give us so much different content. And so yeah, but yeah. Now this was about the hats and the mask and stuff having their own categories. I love that, because right now it is just really cluttered, and being able to just, what was that? Did y'all see that? What? Oh, is that that's a football helmet. Wait, when did we get this cat helmet? When did we get these? I don't remember these. Are they new? Is this a hint? Because this is not a baby's outfit kind of situation. This is for an adult head. Y'all, I think we're gonna get cute little onesie hats or something. Heck freaking yeah. I love that. But yeah, having categories for the hats and masks and things like that, I do love that a lot. Because we definitely need they need their own space. And I like this shirt for workouts, because I actually have one like that. It's comfortable. Hold up, you're going so fast. Slow down. Why is it going so speedy? Did I put the speed up too high on this or something? No, it's perfect speed. It's the right speed. Calm down. I'm talking to my folks. You're going so fast. Okay, this hair is very cute. It's giving me Ashley from Resident Evil 4. Now, this right here, pause, mother trucker. Sorry. This right here is so cute. Being able to squat down to the baby's level to talk to them or to interact with them. Yes. Because this is so awkward. Why she's way up here talking to the baby down at the floor? The baby's like, well, I'm down here, ma'am. All I see is your funky feet. Oh my goodness, Natasha, put on some lotion. Let me stop. But yeah, I really do like that they're putting, again, more detail to dealing with babies and family gameplay. This is very much needed. So cute. That is so cute. Oh, that is so cute. Now, this right here for the babies, not looking at just sitting, like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. My eldest son, he will sometimes just sit and stare at a blank screen. He didn't do it often, but there were times where I caught him just staring at the blank screen. It's kind of creepy. Like, why are you just staring at the blank screen? But I'm glad they're getting rid of that, this for the babies, so that now that they don't just sit and stare at the blank screen. But to say that babies don't do it, mines did it. So anyway, at least my eldest, not my youngest. My youngest didn't do that. He had to have something flashing, looking cute, pretty in his face to keep him interested, because he was a little roll runner. He loved to get all in everything. Oh, Oh, look at the baby. He's so cute. The babies are so cute in this game. They really did a good job on the babies. Now, the death scenes for people dying of old age, that I didn't like this one right here because that was creepy as heck, right? But then over here on this side right here, yes. Oh, it feels more dramatic this way. Oh my goodness. He hit his head against the wall. I mean, against the table. Oh, and then look, she had physics when she bumped against the bed. It had some physics to it. Oh goodness. That would be so heart-wrenching to see your elderly Zois just pass away like that. That'd be horrifying. But yeah, this is what he had to show for this week, and I'm good. He's jamming out. Good for you, Kjun. He's spitting them bars. But for me, I'm glad that they're showing the little bits and pieces of things that they needed to add to the game to give it more, personality. Like, I feel like inZOI does have its own identity. It is very much GTA mixed with Sims, and it is just different. It's definitely that person that, comes to your school, or not necessarily to your school, but comes into your life and you're like, you're a little strange, but I like you though. It's giving that energy. Like, they got good energy. inZOI has this good energy about it that I really do enjoy. And if it is the Korean way of saying enjoy like how we do in English, I would definitely say that I am very much enjoy because inZOI has that for me. It is everything I wanted in a life sim. And I know it has some rough patches here and there, and that it needs a lot of cleanup, a lot of polish. It needs some things that I would have really loved to see that they're going to eventually add, hopefully. And, as long as they continue to get feedback and, add in quality of life features and stuff like that, I know that this game will be what it is set out to be. Its own kind of life sim identity. It's not like The Sims. It's not like Paralives. It's not like any other life sim I've ever, had a contact with. Because if you think about it, there are other life sims, but they don't have all of the life sims criteria. Specifically, like I would say for QoL Island. QoL Island, you can get married and you can have children, but it is within a kind of RPG kind of like setting, where you have to get up to that point, and it takes a while for you to get up to that point. Not to say that inZOI doesn't do that, but you can do whatever you really want without it being a very linear, like role play kind of like situation or RPG kind of situation. But with that being said, inZOI is its very own thing, and I enjoy it. It's got this open worldness. It's got this, you can do anything you really want to do. You can live a life of crime. You can live a life of contribution. You can live a life full of drama and chaos. You can do all of that stuff, or you can do a combination of all of that if you want to. Be someone that is sweet by day, a criminal by night, running her bakery her bakery during the daytime, while at night she's doing a laundry business behind the scenes, by selling cars and selling those cars. You know what I'm saying? So you can do whatever you want in this game, and it's definitely a very sandboxy game. And if you have a deep and wild imagination, this game is for you. And if you like to tell a story, again, this game is for you. So with that being said, it's still a solid game. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys feel about this week's update, or rather this week's accumulation of updates. Do you feel excited about what they're planning on doing? Do you feel like Kjun clarified well enough? I believe he did. I don't know how you guys feel, but again, let me know down in the comment section how you feel about it. I feel like he really did clarify a lot of different things and made a lot of things just abundantly clear that they're not straying away from what they said they were going to do. And he went into a list for those things and letting us know that he is not giving up on the original roadmap, but that this is adding on to it, and they're going to be working side by side. But anyway, and like always, if you like my content and you want to support your girl, leave a like, comment, or subscribe for more vids like these, where I go over most Friday and Wednesday devlog posts. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.